right, hello and welcome to another I-Novae Studios live stream. We had a patch release this morning. Patch notes are in the description, and I have Flavian here with me to talk about those patch notes and go over them so we can all be updated, basically.
Yeah.
Hey, Flavian.
Hey, everybody.
Yeah, and just so for anybody watching, if there's any audio issues or any visual issues that you notice, or you can't hear me or can't hear Flavian, let me know in the chat, and I will address that issue if it exists. Yeah, so I'm currently in game. Flavian, you should be as well. We updated this morning. It seems like there are a couple of minor bugs that caused the game to crash, but we haven't located those yet. So if that happens during the stream, we'll just reboot the game and keep going. But I haven't had a crash for about an hour and a half now, so it's overall pretty stable. If you want to jump in and join us for some gameplay, we'll be doing that in about 20 minutes. But we're going to go over the patch notes first. So I'm just going to jump in game here while we talk about them. I'm going to jump over to the star map. And where are you, Flavian? You haven't spawned yet. Let's spawn.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, let's spawn at the ground on Rigel. Maybe Frostia base will be nice this time of year. Yeah, let's go to Frostia base, spawn there. And...
no, it doesn't have any spawns.
It doesn't have any spawn. Somebody nuked the spawn. Okay, no, that's fine. Oh, that's the one that has the issue. There's no spawn point there at that base. Let's go to Palmas Factory then. I'm just going to spawn an Interceptor.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll be good. There's no enemy presence, so we'll just spawn a little Interceptor down at Palmas Factory. There we go. So I'm actually playing with a Thrustmaster 16,000 throttle and stick, and I also have track IR set up. That's what the lights are on my head here. So that's my current setup. And I guess if you want to take it from there, Flavian, and talk about the improvements to the joystick input, since we're...
Yeah, well, before we speak about that, maybe you are showing that on stream right now.
Yep.
But I did a small change to the flight model. If you remember, we had this issue with new players that were constantly bumping into the hangars when they were starting.
Right.
And so for like a year or two, I've been implementing a ramp-up factor into the flight model. So the ramp-up factor is basically a kind of a smoothing on the accelerations of your ship, so that when the engines are cold, like you just spawned, you will get lower accelerations. And so the idea was that it would reduce your accelerations inside the hangars, so that new players have are not bumping into walls as much. But this was not working very well, because obviously this was dependent onto your location on the hangars. But the warm-up or the ramp-up factor was not taking into account your presence in a hangar or not. So I kind of removed all this piece of code, which was a bit clunky. And instead I went for, in this patch, for a kind of a little speed cap, which is limiting your flight assist speed while you are flying in the hangars on garages. So like, if you are going inside a hangar, you will see with the flight assist that you cannot exceed 60 meters per second now.
Okay, yeah. Let me just try that out. Okay, yeah.
So yeah, that's a way to limit a bit the speed when you are around the hangars. Yeah, so in terms of other changes, we revamped a bit all the joystick code. Joystick had a lot of problems. Some of them were related to the configuration itself. And other problems were caused by, we had the old direct mode control scheme. Originally, this mode was made so that you would be able to fly an Interceptor not through the virtual stick, but through directly controlling your ship movement with the mouse. So it was really something which I wrote with the mouse in mind. Mm-hmm. But then at some point we started to use it and to recommend it for joystick users. When we added support for joysticks, and this became the standard for joystick players. And that was wrong. So I started to investigate a bit the root of the problems. And the main problem we had was that in mouse, in direct mode with the mouse, we had a kind of accumulation factor, because we want every frame, when the physics are applied to your ship, the forces should not exceed the physical capability of your ship. But when you are on a mouse, you can, for example, like within a fraction of a second, move your mouse to the right. And this, in theory, would apply a huge force to turn your ship to the right. But since we don't want to exceed what your rotational acceleration of your ship is able of, what we did was to spread, if you want, the acceleration over multiple frames. So it was accumulating force over multiple frames, and then delivering what the ship was able to do in terms of rotational acceleration every frame. And this thing was applying a bit of like a latency or a lack of reactiveness when you were flying with joysticks, which like people did not really understand why it was happening. So like I fixed all of that, and while I was fixing all of that, I kind of realized we really need a different control scheme for the joysticks. And that's why I split, the old direct control mode into a new joystick control scheme. So if you go now into your options menu, controls, and for a ship, you cycle through the control schemes. You will see there is virtual cursor for the mouse, capital ship, then you have joystick, gamepad, HOTAS, then you have auto recenter mouse, and then finally you have legacy mouse. So legacy mouse is what the old direct mode was for with the mouse.
Okay, so I should have that set to joystick, gamepad, HOTAS then, right?
Correct. So if you are using really a joystick, you should use a joystick, gamepad, HOTAS control scheme. If you keep the virtual cursor mouse, but you use an actual joystick as a control scheme, it's going to work, but it's going to be a little bit junky, because the problem is that it's going to apply the curve sensitivity on the dead zone twice. It's going first to apply it onto the stick itself, like let's say you are moving your stick a bit to the right. It applies the curve power on the dead zone on the stick itself. Okay, so that's the axis.
Right.
And then after that, it's going to apply the virtual cursor sensitivity on dead zone, which is a separate thing. And so that's why you should not use the virtual cursor. If you switch to a joystick, gamepad, HOTAS, then the game will recognize that and will apply the sensitivity on dead zone only once.
Yeah, I'm noticing a bit of a improvement in the snappiness, the responsiveness of the movement here.
Yeah,
especially.
It's very important.
Finer, finer. There's finer. I can make smaller adjustments without too much worry.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's a big problem we currently have. Like, I think there is a bit of complexity into our control schemes. Like everything I explained here, I think we already lost a lot of people, honestly, that were watching the stream.
Oh no,
it's too
fine.
complex. It's really too complex for our game. What I want to do in the future is to move the control schemes out of the controls tab and to make it per input profile.
Right.
Because if we do that, then if you create a joystick input profile, you can by default set, the control scheme on the small ships to be a joystick gamepad HOTAS.
Okay, so I guess in summary, then, like there have been improvements made, and if you're using HOTAS, there's a new input setting, and that will probably get moved into joystick control customization at some point.
Yep, at some point, yeah. That's the idea. Because right now it's too complex.
Yeah. So that'll be, yeah. So I've already noticed a bit of a difference. I'm sure people in game will be letting us know. I know a couple people have already mentioned that it's been a significant improvement over the previous setup. So yeah, that'll be good for anyone who uses
Yeah, there was
gamepads or HOTAS.
other improvements to the joysticks also. You know, for example, we were not detecting whether the square of the sticks was an actual physical square or a circle. Because some people might not know, but most HOTAS actually have a square axis configuration. Like, if you move your axis to the top right,
yep,
you will be at the top right of a square. But on a gamepad, you know, Xbox or PlayStation gamepads, you are actually limited to a physical circle shape with what you can do with your axis. And so it changes a bit, you know, the extreme range of what the forces could be applied. And now the game is detecting that and making sure that everything is properly standardized.
nice. I'm just on your wing here, on the left side or the right side of you. So I'll just fly in formation with you. What's next here? We have the damage model, weapon balance updates. There's some other ship balance stuff that's happened. Maybe we should escort the hauler up too.
Yeah.
If you wanna, that's a good timing there. I'll turn towards it and follow you in.
Yeah, it's going to jump into warp pretty soon, so
yeah,
I don't think we can follow it very long.
That's okay. We'll just give it a bit of a follow here.
Yeah. So the main change to this patch was changing the damage model. So the damage model, previously, what we had was that when you were firing a kinetic gun, it was doing damage both on the shield and the hull. But when you were firing a blaster, so an energy weapon, it was only doing damage to the shield. So there was a bit of asymmetry into the behavior here. And that led to kind of unbalanced loadouts. So previously, if you had, like in the default Interceptor configuration, 2 machine guns and 2 blasters, you were less efficient at killing enemies compared to if you had mounted, let's say, 4 machine guns. So like 4 machine guns were better in all scenarios than having 2 machine guns plus 2 blasters. So that made the blasters a bit useless, a bit okay, I cannot say it.
Undesirable, yeah.
Yes.
There you go. I think the YouTube auto what do you call them? The auto captions actually still translate your speech well enough, so it's all good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we wanted a bit to rebalance that. We wanted to make the blasters more useful, like something you really want to have into your default configuration. So the way we did that was to modify the damage model so that all weapons are now doing a certain amount of kinetic damage and some amount of energy damage. So what we haven't changed is that the kinetic damage is doing damage on the hull, and the energy damage is doing damage on the shields.
Yeah,
but they are doing both kind of damage. So that means that with the blaster, like the blasters are going to be really good at dropping my shield level. And after that, they are still going to do a bit of damage on my armor. It's still going to do a lot more damage on the shields than the armor, because the blasters are an energy weapon. So it's primarily useful against shields, but it's still going to do a bit amount of damage to the armor. And vice versa, when you are on kinetics, now you are going to do a lot less damage to the shields compared to the previous patches. Yeah, so if you use a kinetic weapon like the machine gun and you fire at me,
yeah, I'll just wait for your
you will see that.
I'll wait for your shields to rise a bit, but yeah.
You will see that the kinetic weapon is just dropping the shield a little bit.
Yeah. Now it's starting to go through a bit. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. We haven't changed the probabilistic shield system.
Oh, that hasn't been
So
updated yet.
no.
Okay.
So the shield is still giving you a percentage, which is the frequency. It's not really probabilistic. It's more like frequency based. Probabilistic would say that the shots are random, but they are not random. They are frequency based. So that means that when your shield is at 50%, there will be exactly one shot out of 2 that will pass through your shields. If your shields are at 75%, then one shot out of 4 is going to pass through the shield, and 3 shots out of 4 are going to be absorbed by the shield. But one thing which changed into this patch is that the damage model, the probabilistic or frequency-based damage model, is no longer applied to splash damage. In particular, for torpedoes, missiles, mines, or even shockwaves from exploding capital ships. Now the damage is going to be proportionally spread onto shields versus hull based on the shield percentage. So if your shield is at 50%, then half the damage is going to get damaging the shield, and the remaining half of the damage is going onto the hull. So it's completely proportional to what your shield percentage is.
Right.
So yeah, that's some of the main changes with the damage model.
Maybe we should jump into the ship customization menu now and go over some of those changes. Let me just have a quick look and see how long we've been streaming for. I don't want to have the discussion portion go too long because we're about 20 minutes in, so maybe 5 more minutes on this, and then we'll get into some combat gameplay. And we'll start to see some of these balance changes to weapons and the behavior of those weapons once we actually start to get into some combat, because some of the situations now have been significantly altered. So
I mean, the game balance has completely shifted now.
Yeah.
Like everything is kind of changed because obviously all the weapons now are going to act differently based on the context and the amount of shields than your target has.
Yeah. And then the AI as well, you made some changes to how they can swap weapons and use those weapons, right?
Yeah, it's a lot smarter now. Previously, it was not taking into account all the factors. Like, for example, if your weapons were overheating or if your energy weapon was on cooldown, it was not really switching, to kinetics while the weapon was on cooldown. But now it will. So it's a lot smarter in the way it will adapt and switch to another weapon.
So how about we swing around, go back to Palmas Factory under warp, and
have you shown the ship loadout screen yet?
No, I was just saying we'll go back to Palmas, despawn there, and then go to the ship screen. I'm gonna warp over there then, over there.
Okay.
Yeah, instead of just ejecting, I'll be a little kinder to the. So I'm gonna warp back. Let's turn on the track IR again. There we go. And I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I want to go this way. Swing in so that I don't hit anything, like I did earlier. And get a nice lined up approach here and slow it down. There we go. There we go, all good. Maybe a little too cautious, but that's all good. Okay, I'm gonna despawn now. Dock and refund my ship. There we go. Okay, so now I'm in the star map. Let's jump over to the ship customization screen and have a look at the updates to basically this entire left side of the screen has been altered so that we can add the chat into this screen. There's a lot of time spent on the screen, and sometimes being able to communicate through the chat here is
speaking
useful.
about that, we are also considering removing the chat box from all the screens. So it's taking a lot of space on the bottom left.
Yeah.
So another idea we had, maybe we could add an icon somewhere. Right now, I'm thinking into the deployment panel, which would be flashing, when there is a new text added to the chat box.
Yeah.
And then you would have to click on this icon in order to explicitly open the chat box on top of everything else.
Yeah.
And the advantage of that is that it would free a lot of space into all these tabs, onto all these screens. And it would make, again, the screen symmetrical. Because right now, it's a bit hard, or some screens have not the same amount of space, for the left panel and the right panel.
Yeah, and then the stat screen doesn't have it at all, so it would just unify it across all the menus and make it easier to work
we
with.
were, considering putting the chat box into the stat screen, but then we have to entirely redesign the stat screen. And so that's where we were starting to wonder if there is a better way to put the chat box somewhere else.
Yeah. So for the stat screen here, basically we've changed the way that stats are displayed. If you want to describe that,
it's pretty straightforward actually. So we have a tab. So we added 2 tabs to this panel. Maybe there will be more later. But the first tab is the general information, with the description of the ship, what it's good against, weak against. So this panel is mostly for new players, when they start the game and they want to know a bit more about what the ships are doing. And then there is a stat screen, which shows the full list of statistics. Now we change a bit the way we display each statistical. So, previously we had all these bars, but they were unnormalized. So we try to normalize them so that, there is a little orange vertical bar for at the center for every single bar. And this shows the default for your ship. And then everything is normalized compared to this default. So like when you have an upgrade or a weapon which is changing a statistic, it will increase or decrease this bar by a fixed percentage. And that way it's a lot easier to see at a glance what statistics have increased a lot or have not increased much. So that's for the left panel. On the loadout itself, first we added 3 new upgrades. One is piercing ammo.
Oh, right.
I think it's available for small ships.
Now that's under weaponry here, it looks like. No?
Weaponry, yeah.
Let's see. If I go to my Interceptor and piercing ammo right there, so I can mount that.
Yeah, so what this is doing is to negate, the armor points that we have on ships. The Interceptor doesn't have any armor, so it's kind of useless against it. But the bomber on the Corvette, for example, have 1 and 2 armor points. And this amount of armor points is decreasing the amount of kinetic damage which is incoming. And it's making, the weapons which are high firing rate but low damage per shot a bit less useful. But the piercing ammo is negating the armor point. So it's kind of interesting, I think, mostly against the bomber and the Corvette.
Yeah.
So that will be interesting to test with. Another upgrade we did was to add gyro boost, which I think is under propulsion.
Yep.
And that one is basically increasing your rotational thrust while keeping the same turn speed, maximum turn speed. So like it's going to make your ship feel like it's turning more reactively, like quicker. But the maximum turn speed is still going to be the same.
Oh wow, okay, yep. It's a little bit more responsive. I just spawned one with it.
Okay, yeah. And the last one is it's under shields, and it's an alternative. That one is my favorite actually. It's called Shield Regen 2, if I remember well. And that one is increasing your shield regeneration rate. I think it was by 50%. So it's very significant. Your shields are going to regenerate a lot faster. But there is a cost to that, and that's reducing the capacity of your shields by minus 30%.
Yeah.
So like you will have less shields, but in exchange, your shields are going to regenerate like very quickly.
Yeah. Okay. Just a couple more minutes on this. If there's anything else that you want to add, we're coming up on I guess about
Yeah,
25
just
minutes of talking.
couple of little
Yeah,
things.
yeah.
The flight plan, the waypoints, now can be shared by squad members.
Okay, actually,
So
I
it's
am.
automatic. Maybe I can demonstrate that if you
Yeah,
make me squad leader.
yeah. I'll make you the squad leader for a second and promote you. Confirm. Now I'm a squad member.
Okay. So I'm going to zoom onto Palmis factory.
Okay. Palmas Fac on Rigel.
Yeah, so that's where we are, and I'm going to add some waypoints.
Okay. Yeah. No, I can see your waypoints then. Yeah, they're just popping in. So that's.
So you
shared.
see, I can change the flight plan, and automatically it will share it amongst all the squad members. But now the interesting part is that you can still edit your own local flight plan if you want. And to do that, you go into the star map, you right-click, and you will have a little context menu. And in the context menu, you will have an option to toggle between displaying your local flight plan or to display the squad flight plan. And the color should change also.
Okay, so if I go here, oh, I can't copy the flight plan. Copy and edit doesn't work, but I can add waypoints like so. Show squad waypoints. The colors for me are purple right now. That could be something to do with the fact that I was squad leader just a moment ago, so that might be
Yeah.
a bug there. But hey, it works now. This is one of the things that people ask about too, is like the systems that are built in for the command structure that players will have access to are something that the AI is also going to be utilizing, right? So this isn't just this isn't just for player side backend. It's also going to be part of the new fleet system for the AI.
It's a more general purpose system that we built into the game. It will also use, for example, for the single player campaign editor or the tutorials. If the tutorials want you to fly from a certain point A to point B, we will do it through this system. So it's kind of important also for the future. Last point, in terms of balance of the weapons, I want to point out that we also rebalanced a bit the weapons on the capital ships. So capital ships, the weapons, the turrets, are going to be a lot more precise. Their DPS also has been increased a little bit, so a lot of things were rebalanced. I don't want to get into all the details because it would take a lot of time.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
overall, this means that the capital ships are going to be more deadly against the small ships now.
Yeah.
And also note that we rebalanced a little bit the carrier. So the carrier, we removed the MK7s, which were mostly offensive weapons, which we didn't want for the carrier. And we also increased its maneuverability. So the carrier should feel a lot more reactive. It will turn faster. It will fly a bit faster. The goal is still that it's a ship that is still bigger than the cruiser. So the carrier is still going to feel slower than the cruiser, but not as slow as before. And the other change is with the cruiser. We felt that it was it had too much of MK4 turrets, for defense. We really want the destroyer to be the ship which is acting as a protector of cruisers. And so the cruiser was too good at protecting itself. And so due to that, we cut in half or more than half, I forget, the amount of MK4 hardpoints on the cruiser. It still has, I think, 5 of them. But previously it had 16, if I remember well. So we removed 8 or 9 of them.
Yeah, because also being able to mount that many AMS was kind of nuking the it wasn't it's generalizing a ship that should be more specialized, especially when we start to add the orbital bombardment capabilities, when we introduce more of the carrier gameplay, and then once we have our base assault game loop in place, which we don't need to go into detail on any of that now, but those are things that are coming. I have a link to the Trello board in our description for this video, along with a link to the patch notes. You can go through those on your own time as well. Have a look and see what we're going to be doing here in the upcoming months. And yeah, as we kind of push forward towards 1.0 and get the full loop implemented. Yeah.
Oh, another thing, before I forget, I think that will be the last thing.
Yep.
If you go into the ship loadout screen, if you browse over a weapon, you will see that the bottom right info panel about the weapon was also revamped and cleaned a little bit. Previously, it had this big wall of text and numbers about every single little statistic about the weapon.
Oh, that's nice.
I kind of changed that to only show the most important statistic about a weapon. I think there could be additional information, like if it's a gimbal, what kind of ammo it's using and stuff like that. I think I will be adding back. But now, like, the idea is that it's not going to show you with 20 statistics. I think it had more than 20 previously.
Yeah, now
so
it's just
it was very unreadable.
Yeah, now it's just the important stuff, which is good.
Yeah. And there is some space which is reserved, for a little description in text of the weapon.
Yeah.
I haven't implemented or written the weapons descriptions yet. So that will be for another patch. But the area is a kind of reserved for that now.
So I'm just going to clear my waypoints. I think we've covered out all the major changes. Some of this stuff is foundational for upcoming patches as well. That will have more of our larger gameplay implementation, especially around stations and bases. That's going to be we've got a really great combat, what you would call 30 seconds of fun. It's kind of an industry term a lot of games use, like your primary gameplay loop, which is like shoot the thing, reload, shoot another thing. We've got some fun in that. We've been refining that part of the game, and now we need to get onto the broader game design for the rest of the match loop and how the base assault mechanics are going to function. So that should be interesting to see.
We'll be moving on to that with the actual implementation of the new gameplay loop and match updates in the coming months. It's going to take a lot of time to build it. So that means that in the coming months, I think what we're going to do is, so on the public patches, we're only going to do some tweaks, like especially in terms of balance, since the balance has changed a lot. But, balance tweaks, bug fixes, of course. There are still some crashes to address. Maybe some more UI improvements. But we're not going to do major new gameplay features into the public branch for a while, at least for, I suspect, at least 2 or 3 months. But we're going to make an internal build with what we want for the new gameplay loop. And maybe what we could do is to make or to reserve one of the servers to be our public or PTR, public test realm server. And maybe we put this new gameplay loop into a specific branch on Steam. Like we have the beta branch. So if people are interested to playtest a bit the new gameplay loop, maybe we can,
make it
publicize it at some point, like sooner than the actual public release, official public release.
Yeah, that'd be a good thing to do.
Yeah, sooner than in 2 or 3 months. But it's a bit the idea. Like we already did most of the design meetings. Like we've been doing a lot of meetings in the past 2 months, basically. We now got a plan. We still haven't really figured out all the little details, but we got a plan now. And now we're going to start implementing it and to test what works and what doesn't work. So that will be interesting in the couple 2-3 months.
Yeah. All right. I think that's going to be a wrap on the patch update. I imagine you'll still be hanging out in the Discord for a little while. I'm going to be jumping into the general channel here in a second, and then we'll see some of the get into some gameplay here with the community. There's a bunch of people online. If you're watching right now and you want to join in and now's a good time to jump in and see what the multiplayer experience is currently like. I think with the currently the teams are pretty imbalanced, but that's okay for now. We're not really focused on the competitive PvP at the moment, but once we get that first match loop, oh, actually the teams are kind of fairly balanced. Once we get the match loop in play, it'll be a little bit more important to have balanced teams, and we'll have to address balancing, player balance as well as weapon balance at some point. So I know we've talked about really wanting to be able to play with people you want to play with on their team,
Yeah.
right? So we don't want to turn it into just it has to be a fun experience. We're making a game, so it should be fun.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna drop back into this base here, despawn, and then jump into the Discord. So
Okay.
if you guys have any, if there's any questions, fire a question away in the chat here during the stream, or if you have a question after the stream has been posted, drop it into the comments. But if you really want to get into the conversation and discussion, join the Discord server for the game. I think I can probably put a link in the YouTube description to that. But there's also a link on the main menu of the game, so you can jump into the Discord channel and tell us what you think about the latest patch. Feedback is really important at this stage, especially as we move forward into the next major patches as we flesh out the overall game design. So let us know. The forums are also a good place to drop that information if you have larger walls of text that you want to send us. But of course, more brief point form lists of comments are appreciated as well. So I'm going to dock and refund. Thanks, Flavian, for going over the patch notes. And
yeah, no problem.
I'll see you in game now. I guess we'll jump down to the general channel.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, we got 18 people in game right now, it looks like. Yeah, that's not bad. It's good. It's good. Good to see.
Yeah.
Good to see a full list. Yeah. All right. I'll see you down there.
Okay.
Let's go turn on my audio here a little bit. Let's turn that music up just a touch. And it looks like everybody's over at Myron Station 1. And it is an attack battle. It looks like we might have... I don't want to take over AI because I guess I could. I think I'm going to fly a... Yeah, so I'm going to change my control scheme really quickly. I guess that's something too that Flavian has talked about, is making it so that your control profile is also bound to your input scheme. So I can quickly, I'm just going to switch to this one, and then I think my Corvette, Destroyer, Cruiser, and Carrier are all set up properly for capital ship control. So actually I don't need to change that. I just need to change the input profile. So do that, and I'm going to spawn a big, beautiful Carrier and give these new responsive controls and stats for the Carrier a try here. And Myron Station looks like the odds are okay, neutral. That's fine. I need to go to the nearest large base, probably around Wreath Prime. Can I spawn at Myron? I can, and there's a straight shot to the target. So I'm going to deploy there, jump into the mission screen, and it looks like I've already got it selected. Nice. Oh, I'm not squad leader anymore. That's okay. So I'm basically going to be playing with mouse and keyboard for this Carrier. It's not the most exciting gameplay, but in a second I'm going to jump down into the main Discord chat and join the chaos. No, I gotta switch mice. Alright, let's do that. Switch mice. There we go. Just throw that one up there. I do not need that anymore. So, oh, hello. Chunk of debris, just chilling. Okay. Make target Myron Station. There it is over there. Drop into warp. And jump into the Discord channel. This will be fun. I'm pretty sure you'll be able to hear everyone, which is always a risk, but I've never been burned. Well, I shouldn't say never. It has happened. Here we go. Yeah, I want to confirm. Hello, everyone.
Everyone.
You're now on the stream, live, I think.
No, sir, you are.
Hello.
Hello, stream.
No.
No, but yes.
Yeah. So just keep in mind, this is all public. You will be cancelled if you do anything silly.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Oh no. Cancel
Yeah.
culture. Everyone look out.
Thank you
Oh,
all for
hey now.
That one was awesome.
Hey now, I am the cancel culture now. Okay, I'm headed to Myron Station in a carrier. If you guys want to spawn on me, you'll be able to in a short time here.
You know what's funny? We actually had another person spawn in a carrier to go to
Yes.
the station.
Oh, nice. So we're gonna have two.
About 30 seconds ago.
Okay, cool. We'll fly tandem so that we don't. Yeah, so that we can. Oh, actually, the turn rate is vastly improved in warp for the carrier, so I can actually get there.
Devini, you are down.
I'll be there in a couple minutes.
You do the damage.
Couple minutes.
No,
I'll be
actually,
there in an hour.
Very good, Master. Please prepare travel. I
Yeah.
think you should keep your carrier.
I'm about 80 megameters away. I'm actually not that far out. I'll be there in a couple seconds. So yeah, it's far more maneuverable than it was before. Oh, getting some. What is going on here? Getting some popping from the loading. What was that? Oh, all good. Okay, 5 megameters out. I'm gonna kind of spawn closer than I typically would with a carrier. Our imagined gameplay is that carriers should kind of hang back a bit, providing that forward spawn point. But you still want to keep them protected. So, but I'm gonna jump in a bit closer, see how that goes for me.
It's not gonna go good for you.
No. Oh shoot. Yeah, I'll just drop out 500 kilometers from the station by accident. I'll just check this quickly. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh no.
Not so good.
Game is gone again.
Dear Godmaster, can you please prepare travel?
Afer, I'm traveling.
Yeah.
You can press forward to just gain extra speed away from the bots.
Okay, I'm also going to be
bots.
unlocking my squad. Hey, Flavian, do you mind handing the
If
squad
I
lead
press
back
forward,
over?
I go up.
Wait a second, I can't hear anything.
Oh, sorry, Flavian. Do you mind handing over the squad lead again?
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we lost all of our viewers when we were talking there. So sorry about that if you were getting bored. We're gonna get some gameplay going now, which is what's happening. But yeah,
I think Hades is going up.
exciting things to come.
I'm excited.
Lomzor, can you please help their
Still on the
Godmaster
road.
escape away? The plebeian has just warped in
Kill that.
in an interceptor. Don't, please go away. You'll be just railgunned here to death. Have some PvP.
Alright. Perdition's Lance is warping in.
All right, Zerg Godmaster, I am now flying
That's
Escort.
here.
We have 2 carriers now.
On one team. I thought those were on the other team. Carrier versus carrier. No, it's just double carrier.
Intercepting destroyer.
Ow.
I just right clicked. Got a crash after right click.
Don't you get cancelled today for right clicking?
No, I got cancelled for right clicking.
Okay.
And I just got my cruiser.
Oh, down it goes.
Engaging target.
Lots of AMS, lots of it.
Yeah, there's a lot of AMS here now, with the carriers especially.
No more torpedo fightings.
Incoming threat.
Divided income threat.
Engaging target.
So,
Got some
Carrier.
heavy breathing.
Delta.
Yeah. The G forces. I always try to imagine.
Need the stimulants like they get from what is it? What was that one show?
It's just
the
the
least maneuverable card.
What the one with the DMC Rosinate or whatever it is?
the Rocinante, the juice. Yeah, the Expanse.
Yeah, the Expanse. Just need stimulants like they do in the Expanse.
Oh,
Random, where are you at the moment?
that was a torpedo dodge.
Stimulants with
Random,
these-
get close to me so then I can repair you.
Hmm?
I can repair you, remember?
No, you can't repair the hull.
Yeah, you
You
can only
can only
repair
repair
the actual hard points.
Oh, we just
Yeah.
killed Mr. 419 guy with a lot of firepower. Where are his friends? He should have a lot of things here. That. Ah, there we go. Another gen, another torpedo. Is that
That's a
the defense? I hope so. Let's go. 33 kilometers, so he should have gained some speed.
Is if they're unloading this poor interceptor.
Okay, there's a miss.
24% by just using AMS.
Now, this one torpedo is going to hit. Probably. This one.
Yeah, these.
Can
Yeah,
alright there.
the more accurate weapons are gonna make this difficult for. Oh, sorry, Terran. I'm gonna not fly into your fire. There we go. Okay, turning about.
Weapons are going to
Oh, I'm sorry about that. I didn't realize you were in the way.
No, all good, all good. It was on me.
Good.
Let's see here, squads. I'm gonna make the squad that I'm in right now public. So if anybody wants to jump in, I'll be painting targets.
I think both of the carriers need to be in it.
That's okay. Okay, targeting cruiser, Havoc, Delitra.
Attack target.
Allied chips, please keep formation together. We can defend.
How do you target something that your squad leader has targeted?
Control.
Oh, sorry.
Control.
You have to target it manually, maybe.
I think you have to target it manually, but the little target icon pops up on the target.
I see. Yeah. I
So
see.
squad leader hits Control T, and then oh, it looks like the squad just filled up. Nice.
Torpedo incoming.
Oh, yeah, that was a solid hit.
And
I'm launching torpedoes. So.
Smart ass
Some
on a
interceptors
6.
here.
AMS?
Opening fire.
MS where?
Apparently
Whoa.
AMS did not see those missiles.
All
I
good.
have to have
A-
energy for that.
AMS does have to rotate towards it, and also yeah, energy can drop.
You can deplete the energy, a lot with other
Oh.
weapons, for example. Watch out.
Play Benny, clip me too. Fortunately, with the new damage model, the shields are holding a little bit better against these initial hits. For now.
They're more consistent, that is for
Yeah.
that's true. But then you
The controller
why
doesn't
are you
work.
crashing
Please
a lot?
leave
You're
me.
crashing into the target. There you are. Got you.
I'm moving away from it, moving away.
Lebeni has got destroyed. Lebeni, why? You could have passed away.
Target
Or passed
down. Target
out. What am I
destroyed.
talking about? You have
I
Okay.
can't even
dodged
switch my.
the collision.
Victory
Apologies.
odds are now at 70%, so it looks like the game will probably
God damn it.
award the
That
win
took a
here.
while. Incoming threat.
Dev team attack the dev team. Anavajan is awesome at the bomber sometimes.
Targeting the station.
Granted.
Lomza, did you sleep through that?
No, my
ages, right?
controller didn't. I just restarted the game. My controller wasn't recognized.
No, I mean it took so long to take down your shield to make actual damage. That's what I mean.
Yeah, because I flew so fast. have this button.
That was close. He's gonna get another one off though. Yep, there it goes.
Terran Ambassador is taking damage.
He's gonna get 3?
Yes, I got
Yeah, he's gonna get 3 of them. Fight. Flip out of the way. There we go. That's not so bad. Okay, you have Icarus firing torpedoes. He's now a high priority target. He's in a bomber.
Terran Ambassador and Terran Ambassador.
He's focusing his fire on me, so
Yes.
actually,
Point at him. Point at the torpedoes. Like, it seems like someone is sitting at the pad. Let's give a lesson.
Okay, I'm kind of away from the fleet here, so I'm
He's
coming
not sitting
back.
on the pads. Everything is fine. Everything is a-okay. AMS fire.
I don't see any destroyers.
Avoid
Report to the
firing
station
at
and
the
start
torpedo.
damaging your station.
Do not. If he does fire from the pad, then unfortunate. Benny? No, ceasefire. Ceasefire. No, only flag. Terran,
think I have
please
a
ceasefire.
system
You
off.
let them get some distance, please. Otherwise that'll be unfair.
There we go.
Bombs are on your back. Watch out. Lighting was lighting crashed.
Taking fire from Play
Stop
Benny
that.
again. Ah, jeez. Alright, I'm mostly safe. That second one's gonna hit though. Yeah, he's just gonna keep spending those. It's just to overcharge my weapons. Got him. Actually, he killed himself with that torpedo blast, but now shields are down to 28 and armor's down to
Hangar
62.
destroyed.
Looks like victory odds are still at 71%. Warping back towards the fleet.
Carriers are away. Warp interrupted.
What the hell is
Snake
that?
is still flying.
Correction, slowing speed.
Yes.
You'll be able to spawn in a second.
Jan, engaging
How
again.
is that bomber charge thing?
I'll get a bit closer.
Okay, spawn available.
No. Ah, plasma. Now, can I intercept?
There's another spawn closer to the front.
If you're waiting to spawn, you can spawn
Finally.
now. Or you could have been able to spawn. Now you can. There you go. We're going to be tweaking the
Rail
spawn
guns. Hope.
the spawn system, so it's a little easier to spawn, and also so that you can choose when to spawn. But
Alright, I'm tired of these people spawning. I'm gonna destroy your spawn
Don't
point.
trash those
No,
railgun
don't
destroyers, please. Do
That's
not
rude.
trash them.
They like spawn.
Jan, please don't. Do not rush. Yay, wait. Very nice, very nice.
Ah, we're losing.
Oh, that
heavily.
is a lot of damage.
Continuously.
Acceptable losses.
oh, we got some questions here in the
The
chat.
defense is holding up.
Over.
That is appreciated. A lot.
Okay, setting up forward spawn a little bit closer. Let's see here.
Oh, hey there. Yeah, they can spawn on both of us. Ooh, a hauler.
This is a destroyer battle. Terran Ambassador is destroyed. Oh no.
What do we got here?
Lomzor is fighting Play Benny.
Correction.
Yeah. He's a magnet.
Mizola, can you open fire at the station? Maybe not the hangars, but at the stations themselves. Pair of the carriers is pretty fun to look at.
Firing on the station.
At the station. That's
Fighter hangar has been destroyed.
Oh dear.
Targeting their carrier
Well.
bay.
Yeah, and we're probably going to change that too. So, the way that the game is currently playing is going to be wildly different in a couple months. So, we've got the combat
forward.
working well. Now we need to get the rest of the game working well.
Enemy ships approaching.
Oh, I just hit myself.
Enemy ships approaching carrier fleet. A fleet of 2. Bombers are away though.
Yeah, it's all interceptors mostly. Although I do have Jan coming in with a bomber.
And a for the cruiser.
I have a bomber too, but I always get intercepted.
Station has been hit.
Somebody found the regroup button.
Playing suppressive fire with the railguns. Why would
He's singing.
I-Novae Jan with lasers.
If only the AMS also targeted fighters.
Also targeted what?
The fighters.
Fighters.
Fighters?
They're tiny.
Maybe no. You can do that.
Carrier
so
may
what?
destroy it.
Yeah, those dive bomb runs are kind of dangerous. That one almost
Yeah,
got me.
you actually got
should
quite
be.
lucky because I was in range.
Yeah, if you hadn't been there, that would have hit me for sure. The dive bombing strat seems like it'd be a good one to
Yes, it is.
play around with more. I think the station is, what is it at
You
now?
may need to repair smartphone.
Hub modules
Tried
at
to
0%.
torque me, but it blew up in his face.
62%.
Now Jan has been killed.
Okay.
We got like a snack. Will receive a lot of damage from railguns right now.
Nope, that's gonna hit.
Shields down, that would hurt.
Okay, carrier. I'm
Cobra Khan is
I'm gonna-
firing missiles.
I'm gonna try to dock this thing and despawn. Actually, you know what? I'll just blow it up. That's fine. I'm gonna jump
maybe-
into an interceptor. Make it a little bit more interesting for the stream here. I'll still run the squad from interceptor though. Okay, so eject.
I think
Bye.
you won't be able to do that.
Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be good.
Someone else?
Fire in the
Couple
sky.
players.
We'll be waiting for you. On this day we die.
Hey, what?
The problem.
You know you
I
can
can hear someone
hear you
talking.
singing.
Oh, shit, sorry.
The voice is pretty quiet.
Okay, I'm gonna spawn on LTG, and I'm
The
gonna
Godmaster is also talking.
Align
Let's
with
see
me.
here.
Align with me.
Yep.
Thanks.
and let's see. Let's swap out the machine guns.
Mizola,
for
can you
some
please move
Halcyons
to their Godmaster?
and try the plasma
Can you
cutter.
both get together, maybe?
Yes. That's it.
All right. I love how the stream concurrent viewers has dropped significantly. All good.
Oh, just another update as well.
Yeah. All right. Why can't I
Well,
deploy?
wait
Carrier
until
deploy.
further release.
There we go.
Or as usual.
Yeah, once we start getting more significant stuff. Okay, I'm gonna be prioritizing bombers. Let's turn this back on.
Like for the entire battle, bombers were just fine. For some extra damage.
Oh, I hate that.
He's in a destroyer. That would be a powerful
Should be
battle.
interesting.
I think Kitty, I do hear you, but you are very quiet. Can you tune your microphone more, maybe? Nope, no laser. No torpedoes. Nope, no torpedoes. That is, you can, but I'll
Oh, okay.
success!
Yee.
Lots more.
Yellow team prepare travel. Defend Mizola.
What is
Okay.
it?
Next
Someone,
target.
someone just crashed.
It's my brawling bomber. It's a pretty good setup.
Yeah, I could do something, but
Aaron,
I
sorry
see some
about that.
railgun
I've got,
progress.
I've got my flag on auto fire and
Mizola, the hauler is here. Kill the hauler.
Targeting hauler.
Be advised, carriers in crossfire cannot fire. Alright.
Oh, wow. I just took a ton of damage. Did it go down? It did.
Yes,
So did I.
hauler is down. All the bombers are angry, watch out. Icarus is...
Sneaky backstabbing.
Nope, not yet.
Levis, get near me.
Okay, redeploying at the carrier.
Selecting new target destination.
Field Cobra Khan.
Support fleet just warped in. This
Prepare
is
travel,
definitely-
please. Tech Gaming, please prepare travel too. Mizola, that includes you. And Zergodmaster, yes, also you. Prepare travel.
Selecting new target destination.
Try to assist as long as possible.
Incoming threat.
Do not try to torpedo Icarus, please. That's a bad idea. It's a bad thought.
Oh man. The new changes to the controls, I'm having a hard time hitting anything. Use this again.
Weapon?
Yeah, it's sneaky like a snake and then...
See Halcyons.
Rev!
Where? I see. Detect is sneaky like a snake. It is going down though.
Is that?
Everybody open fire.
Get a cluster of corvettes here you could drop a torpedo into the center of.
Lighting QT, you are talking, but we
Copy.
can barely hear you. Can you increase the volume of your microphone, please? You are not
Oh,
lower
the bomber.
sound.
That's an interceptor.
It is just your microphone being quiet.
Mumbling too,
bomber.
that means.
And that's it, 100. Maybe that would help. Still can barely hear. Capital Fleet, are you preparing travel or no? We have another station to attack already.
I love rain.
No,
You could be stuck here.
this is strange. Yes, the base is considered destroyed, but the battle is continuous.
Yeah, they want to throw away.
How
their-
was this?
Still rocking.
Not this
4 Halcyons. I'm not doing any damage at all.
against shields?
Do I have to hit?
Oh, interesting.
I also have 4 Halcyons. Yeah, it is different, but for me it's much better than before.
Yeah.
Much better.
Yeah, we just have to get used to it first.
Mm.
No question.
I had to double my sensitivity.
Lighting QT. Lighting QT.
No, I disagree with missiles. And I'm under flat fire, which is really annoying.
This is the microphone.
You can up the volume for individuals as well on your
Yes,
end.
that
random,
is,
but-
that is the point. It does not
Yeah.
help.
Oh,
He's
okay.
mumbling,
Microphone
that's
is quiet.
All good.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Trying. If I hear something, I'll answer.
So
Station
Myron
is
Myron
down.
Station is down now. So let's have a
Yes.
look.
Myron Station is down, but the battle here still continues. The
Ah, that's
score is still
interesting.
there. The
Yeah.
progress is winning. There is a ship somewhere. Maybe
Oh
we
my
can destroy the corvettes.
These turrets.
Flavian, you see that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agrinos.
That's because there are still a lot of ships in play.
Not for the defending side though.
Well,
It's
so I'm getting a
critical.
blip from lightning over there and a few others. Oddly enough.
Icarus is light. Firing torpedoes at pilots.
Yes,
Over.
yes, so beautiful.
Oh god, poor.
Wow, finally. So the
like
station
so beautiful.
got double destroyed. Somehow.
Someone's getting missiles after them. And then
Yeah,
I
it's
recommend
me.
you run.
I'm trying.
Missile away.
Oh, I'm
He
this
doesn't have
one.
any shields. Get him! Whoa, that was a nice maneuver. Already.
Oh no!
Selecting new target destination.
Prepare.
Oh, I think
So by
Commander
acquiring
Smartass
some
has a regen shield upgrade.
Yep.
Now, if this torpedo
Oh, yeah.
hits,
That one is awesome.
Okay, it looks like the battle's
Because
done now.
he already regenerated all his shields
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
very
crazy.
quickly.
But it's
Very
fun.
hard to kill.
But I also don't have rotation assist anymore.
It's fun. It's
Whoa!
Yeah, I got him.
hey,
All right, squad. We're gonna be heading to Myron Station 1, Arestia. Wait, what? Isn't it? Oh, it's ending.
That's another
Sorry.
bomber.
Never mind. It's the one we just finished.
That bomber just
Okay.
got smoked by thingy, interceptor, bomber.
The good thing about losing against the dev is you can always claim there was something fishy going on.
Also, if you're in a ferry, you can hop into the carrier, wait until we arrive.
How does
I
one
wonder
hop
if
into a carrier?
dev team, member of dev team can claim
Should be
the
the
same.
same as spawning it, technically.
Yeah, spawning carriers. Oh, what was the question about carriers?
Can we despawn at the carrier?
Not yet. I think that it's
Oh.
something that
Yeah.
we should be able to do, but not yet. Carrier doesn't have an interior right now either, so and
So
we
that's-
may
Also, who am I
not.
resupplying?
We may not do that,
Is it-
but we'll see.
Is it possible to do something similar to Kerbal Space Program where the reference frame is relative and so every ship can move in relation to
I
each other?
just... Ow.
Like,
Well, I'm
you
sorry.
can
You
have some-
somehow hurt me by going through.
Don't do it, Play Benny. Don't switch your interceptor against the boring ship. Don't. No.
Arcadia Station is the next attack battle here. Targeting that. Setting new target.
Arcadia Station.
Is warframing a thing?
Selecting new target destination.
Yes, but actually no. Kind of.
It's not going to be
You
very
have to
effective
have
anymore.
A lot of energy.
Okay.
And it is nerfed specifically. Because there should be another way, but this is the
By the
diminishing
way,
the damage is the faster way.
will there be a feature like linking warp, so then multiple people can link to one person to just catch their warp path?
that'd be cool.
Hey, Flavian?
That would be
But then,
pretty sick.
No, well, there is a formation, you can align your velocity to the warp velocity of the target.
This is barely useful though. It can help with matching, but does not help with staying together. That hence the reference to Kerbal Space Program where the reference frame is relative, so you can actually have enough precision at enough speed to stay close. Also, this can help with the orbital mechanics, which were suggested in the forums a long while ago. They cannot be implemented. Well, in this way they can be implemented, but not be implemented per se. But the possibilities for mods, for example, would still
Another
remain.
corvette, yeah.
Here is finally we can hear you now. It's 9 versus 9. Everything is even. Perfect.
oh, question: did you fix the repair beam sound?
No. What was the problem again?
It sounded like you were taking damage when you got healed by the repair beam.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, that's possible. Yeah.
Whoops.
No, I didn't change that. No.
Yeah, it should sound like you're being repaired, not being damaged, for sure. Okay, multiple targets. A lot of targets here.
have an issue with the cruiser. The cruiser can only defend itself from small ships, but only from the
Oh,
top
there.
side.
Okay, yeah,
Cannot
that
defend the
makes sense.
bottom side.
Okay. Prioritizing destroyers.
About 42 away.
Still don't have enough for
The cruiser?
a cruiser.
Gonna be slow flying diagonally towards the point.
All available sponsor busy. Oh no, please.
Copy. Yeah, put the carrier above the base. Typically is a good way to put it. Don't get too close though.
Why didn't you destroy? But okay.
No better target for one full squad.
Torpedo. Jeez.
3 hours.
Yeah, this is gonna go badly.
Ambassador there.
I'm 150
Meters away. Taking now, yes, you are approaching. The target. Should be the target. Target can be. The other is lighting. GC is not the target. Let's match.
Do another carrier deploy.
Zergomaster is the target.
Who's the target?
His position. Match
Should we split into our team channels on Discord?
Maybe.
That might be good, yeah.
We swear, though.
Let's see here.
Alright.
Yeah, let's actually split into the team channels because it's a little bit got a lot of people in right now. Might make sense. Okay, I'm dropping down into Scoria. Confirm. Hello.
Hello.
Oh shoot! Why am I moving forward? Oh, that's great. That's great. Why am I not? What's going on? There we go.
Me. You're basically
Sorry.
ramming into the middle of my ship.
Sorry. Yeah, when I pop onto a different screen, the thrust automatically goes to 100. I should probably report that as a bug to Flavian.
I'm just gonna. While ago, it had been reported also already.
Yeah, that's something that.
What should I?
Or anything.
What should I delete with my torpedoes?
I'm in a bomber right now as well, targeting destroyer lightning.
Yeah,
JC.
lightning.
Copy.
Kill my friend.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
There is
bombing run time. Here we go.
There is one more target. Have a blink. It's gone. Thanks. Well done.
Dive bomb. Here we go.
And another one. Next target is Icarus. Reinforcements are
Yes.
I'm gonna move a bit closer.
Zergodmaster, do you have
Got a good hit.
AMS on your
Flipping back.
Yes.
on your what?
I got 8.
On your carrier. Yes, finally. Can you please prepare travel and be close? Hold on, no, not do that yet. You should be the center of our formation. Can you prepare travel to Mizolo? Mizolo is over there.
Come on.
Mizolo is over
Not in the squad.
there.
Yes. Oh no, that's my torpedo there. Never
You should
mind.
match
That
Mizolo's
one missed.
position. He's under fire.
Okay, 1.1 kilometers per second. Let's bring that down to 1.2. Oh, up to 1.2. Sure.
This
I'm
way you
moving.
can protect Mizola against missiles and torpedoes.
Okay, targeting lightning again.
There
Coming
is
around
also
for
some
another
point
pass.
defense. Check for that. Need to locate and destroy more of those. fast. The defense station nearby is destroyed.
My target.
Do not crash into me.
There's a large ship in there.
The large ship, where the large ship?
Below it.
That's another miss. First one hit nicely, but
I should have stayed the destroyer maybe.
Die!
Another giant is going to get me finally.
There's 3 destroyers
Okay.
in the field. 2A, 1 person.
Terran Ambassador, where are you? Terran Ambassador is taking damage from Playbane, a destroyer.
I see.
Preparing travel to intercept in a cruiser.
Intercepting.
That will give him a better target. Martas,
Oh, he's down.
disconnecting or
Cleven is down.
he's down finally. You are pretty badly damaged. Do you have auto? The Smartas have just spawned. It's fortunate. Cobra Khan and Sneaky like a snake are surrounding Mizola. Protect the target, please. Mizola is under severe fire. You are under severe fire, Mizola. Bombers just shooting. Mizola, please move towards their Godmaster. He has AMS available. I'm dispensing missiles.
oh shoot, that's right. Need mini blaster. Enjoy
Doesn't
that.
happen again. That's... Mizola, please travel towards the
I'm trying.
Godmaster.
I have heavy armor.
Do you have extra speed on? Do you have the speed limit on or no?
What squad are you in
Bene.
there? You guys are the Boneful squad? Or
Boneful,
who's-
yes. Correct.
Mizola's in my squad. Sorry.
The point is he's in this
Yeah.
voice channel. Bombers are now redirecting, but they have
There's a hostile right above torpedo and me.
Playbane
Ow.
got detonated.
Copy, gonna spawn in at the carrier in a interceptor. I'll take the bomber
Sure.
for you.
Hostile is right above.
Defense station, open fire the defense station. I spent some
crash.
torpedoes at it.
Gonna go railgun.
Only half of Mizo is left.
Taking-
Whiting is
taking Lomzor.
firing at the
I crashed.
Godmaster.
Or lightning, going after lightning.
Railgun galore. How can Infinity Battlescape help others be better at commanding?
Could someone please kill that
Only
defense
focuses
station?
on... Oh, come on, stop like this.
Oh shoot, the station defenses are a little bit more dangerous now too. That's
Yes. Libania is rushing still. Yeah, should have been a destroyers.
good. Got him.
I'm getting out of here. I'm getting out of here.
Okay. Thanks for the repairs. It sounds like I'm being shot. Yeah, it is unnerving.
We need just
Yeah.
destroyers.
Ooh.
Destroyers.
Okay, carrier is protected. It looks like we have a couple more coming in though. Oh shoot, that's one on me.
Another Jan is going to be getting close soon. He's been flying a bomber. Now. I'm firing at the station's hangar just for the cool of it. So it looks awesome from that.
I'm warping out.
Oh, come on!
I'm at 37.
Yep, copy,
Oops.
get out of here.
Ow.
Didn't mean to do that.
Lightning's coming on him. Ah, jeez. Moving after lightning.
How did they hit another jam? Oh. The Plebeian is at the pad. No, Plebeian, you don't!
Oh no. Yeah, I'm in trouble.
Hangar is going to be destroyed. The Plebeian is firing from the hangar. No leading is away, so it is other safe.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I'm
Kill
gonna die
Plebeian.
here. I'm gonna die. Oh no. At least dying is
Wait
fun.
to spawn. Spawn now. Go, go, go.
Oh, it's from this side.
Okay, spawning again. I'll just keep you alive for a second longer.
Charging warp. 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
Gone.
Protect the target.
God damn it.
Oh no.
Selecting new target destination.
Okay, I'm trying to spawn on you again if you're still able to. I think you're going a little too quick, but you're trying to get out, yeah?
Commander
Oh.
Smartass, watch out for the railguns, please. Ah, he's trying to get the turrets very once again.
Yeah, your shields are... Oh, there goes another one. Oh my goodness. Oh no. That's lightning again. Lightning down. I'm trying to keep you alive here, but... Okay, you should have a window here where you can pop away.
Lotec Gaming is staying behind somehow.
But you're at 3%. Yeah, one more hit and you're down. Yeah, you... Just go. Go!
Clear damage and run a passerby.
Okay, carriers away. So far.
How are they still spawning? I destroyed their hangar.
You have not destroyed all of them. There is still one.
Alright, I'm
there
going
might-
Get travel.
There might be more, yeah. Alright, just in time. Play Benny's coming.
Yes. No, you're not in time. Losing the cruiser. I still have another one in the pocket somehow. Ow!
Alright,
Good
I'm
night.
going in for their second hangar.
I think GC is suffering.
Oh boy.
He got destroyed 12 times for 12 kills and 13 assists.
Flip back around. This is what objectiveless gameplay feels like.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, when there's objectives, things should be a little different. We'll see. We'll see how that goes.
This is strategy-less, tactical-less,
Yeah, exactly.
pure frenzy gameplay.
Yeah, it's just
More like
fleets smashing against each other, basically. It's all it is right now.
play some strategic games. Nice. Not that. Unset the target for the squad. Lotec Gaming is getting destroyed. Terran Ambassador is destroyed. Lotec Gaming is
Hello.
all alone at the base trying to escape, as well as Weasel is taking damage from the destroyer of I-Novae Gen. I think he shields, so it's perfectly fine.
Not available. No shields. Okay, good.
Is it possible to stage some strategy and stage some fightings?
When we get to the base assault, yes. But
In the current game, that is.
no.
Well, why can't you just roleplay?
You could roleplay. Yeah, you could do that. Yeah, we can do that. I like flying formations. That's always fun. With proper objectives.
Formations are only one part of the
Sorry?
strategy for the formations, not just part of the strategy. There is a point in formation sometimes, sometimes not.
Okay.
You can
Yeah.
bring point defense together. The real gunfights. I
Having a hard time talking right now because I'm fighting Commander Smartass. Sorry. Can't pay attention.
Carrier's repairing.
You can't pay attention because you're fighting, yet you are the fleet commander. How?
Yeah,
logical, by the way.
I'm not really.
That makes
Yeah.
sense entirely. The game prioritizes.
I'll
this
just
kind of
let
combat.
myself get shot then. Yeah. Easy there.
Lotte Gaming just lost his cruiser. No target for the arcadist.
Are you the squad leader in the other squad then?
Others
Yeah, you are. Okay. Let's see.
cannot detect any good target for the personal squad. Just
I'm
flying.
gonna-
There are lots of small ships there though.
Yeah, I'm gonna flip into a destroyer now.
You're an ambassador. Can you hear me? Looks like yes, Lomzor, you seem to be joining the Info squad. Lotte Gaming is getting destroyed. V2 destroyers can maybe attack
What do you need?
some small ships
Yeah,
here.
I'm gonna be ending the stream now, so I'm gonna talk to you guys later. I'm just gonna pop into another channel. I'm gonna do that.
Very well.
Sorry. Yeah.
Later.
Hang on. See you guys. I'll be back.
See ya.
Hey, so that's the patch for today and today's gameplay. I'm gonna probably hang out with some of the people in Discord for a little while longer. But as you can see, there's a good number of people in game. Jump in, try the new balance. Now's a good time to do it if you're watching live. We'll be hosting more community events as we get more patches. So the next patch will probably include some of the preliminary game loop changes and actual game design for Base Assault. But I can't guarantee what all is going to be included in that, but you can check our Trello board. There's a link in the description. And I'll also be going through and making sure that the timestamps are set up properly for this video after it goes published and live. If you have any questions, drop them in our Discord. That's the best place to get them answered. But we also have we regularly check our forums, the Steam forums, and other places where you can provide feedback. So let us know what you thought about the balance changes. And we're already got some feedback that we're going to be applying as such. And I think that's pretty much it for today. Just cutting it a little bit short here. I've got something to go do. So thank you for watching, and thank you for your feedback in advance, or anybody that provides that. And looking forward to seeing what happens the next couple patches up and coming. So thanks again. I'll talk to you guys later, and see you in the next stream. I guess I'll just say all the outros all at once, right? Okay. All right. Cheers.